So today I'm gonna tell you about my second favorite game in line, Honkai Impact 3rd. Honkai Impact 3rd is also a game created by the Hoyoverse, the game company that has created the well-known Genshin Impact. Honkai Impact 3rd has been playable for nearly 10 years now, and it was also an open world roleplay game where you can roleplay as a captain of the cruise ship that has full of Valkyries and main characters in it. The main characters in Honkai Impact 3 is Kiana Castellana, who is actually not a normal human being, but it is a creature created from the gens of the original Kiana Castellana, who is now currently called Durandal. Kiana Castellana was created by Auto Apocalypse with a hope of actually creating a girl that could held both Valkyrie's powers and the Researcher power. Kiana Castellana is friends with Raiden May and Bronya Yachik. Those three are best friends since they are in high school for 10 years now, and they are the three main characters of the game. When you started the game, you would roleplay as Kiana Castellana, just doing her normal high school days, but then one day she dreamt about her true self, the other self of her that she didn't know, the other part, the researcher part that Auto Apocalypse has created inside of her, and at first she can't control her researcher powers, so she go wild, and her favorite teacher, or we could also call her aunt, Himeko, has to sacrifice her life to save Kiana. When Kiana knew that, she was very sad and she tried to run all the way from the truth, thinking that she couldn't be saved anymore, and she would sacrifice herself and die with the researcher core inside of her. But then her friends persuade her to go back to them, and she started learning ways to appreciate Himiko's sacrifice and live the best life out of it. And she can when she go to fight with another part of her, the researcher part, she won, and then the researcher completely disappeared, and she can control the power. Later then, when she wasn't be able to control herself at first, Raiden May doesn't have any power, since even though she has the researcher of Thunder core inside of her, she decided to lock it down so that normal people wouldn't get hurt. But then, because of saving Kiana Castellana, Raiden May agreed to create another researcher core and become the researcher of Thunder again, and join the World Suspend to be able to save Kiana from actually collapsing from her researcher power. When Kiana May came to the World Suspend, she met amazing people who was called 13 Flame Chaser of Moth, or we should call Moth, the 13 Flame Chasers. And she actually learned the truth that one of the 13 was once a researcher, but the Flame Chaser was supposed to destroy and assassinate researchers to save the world. When they knew the truth that the 13 of them is actually a researcher, they decided to kill her, or we could say the researcher Alicia decided to sacrifice herself in order to save people. After she learned the truth, she came back with Kiana Castellana, and they began to fight for the researcher of the end, the actual researcher that would destroy human life in Honkai Impact 3, you can wish for your favorite character by saving crystals and then spending them on every single wishing banners, any wishing banners that you actually like to spend on, and get your favorite character to be able to play them. There's also like a skin banner where you could use your crystals sometimes to purchase skins that, like, just to change clothes to your favorite characters. You can roleplay as them as a team of 3. You would be able to like pick 3 characters to be in your team and then switch between them when you are working. The only thing that is different, the major difference between Honkai Impact 3 and Genshin Impact 3 is actually the cooperate mode. Like in Genshin Impact is you can be able to cooperate in mostly every single quest in the game and playing anything with you and many quests and domains with you. But in Honkai Impact 3 you can only co-op in one particular domain, which is the domain to farm for the ingredients increase your weapons, I guess. But beside than that, I think that the Honkai Impact 3 has great lores and character developments, since Honkai Impact 3 has been going around for 10 years now, and Honkai Impact 3 was the developers' most loved game, so they spent many monies on them and time and effort to create that best experience for the players.